It's official. New England in autumn is just as amazing as everyone says it is. We're Dev and Phil from Creatives En Route, two budget travelers who love exploring our home country in our converted SUV camper and taking a few international trips along the way. Join us as we uncover all sorts of hidden gems, eat delicious local cuisine, and talk through our experiences SUV camping. We are headed off on another adventure.
Yeah, and this time we're super excited because we're heading up north.
Yeah, it's something I've wanted to do for a really long time. Like every year we're always like, where can we fit in a northeast road trip? And every year it just doesn't work out because we've got too many other things going on. So this year we were determined to make it happen.
Yeah, and we are going to see perhaps some of the best fall colors of fall foliage up in Vermont. But we're going to head on the road and we will take you along with us. All right, so we just stopped at this new place, at least for us, called Chula. We were on our way to a Chipotle and ended up passing this like Indian street food kind of place where you can build your own bowl, and it sounded too good to pass up.
It said Indian barbecue on it, and it looked like a cool, fast casual place, and so I was hooked. I had to look up the menu, and everything smells amazing.
All right, so real first impression here.
Live. Haven't tried it yet. Oh my gosh. That was a furrowed brow. The chicken is really good. It's like definitely tandoori. This doll. Okay. All right, I approve. You like it, Phil?
I do. Some of the sauces are a little spicier than I had anticipated, but they're really good.
That's saying a lot coming from you too, because you can handle some spice.
Yeah, the low end one has cayenne pepper. The medium that I got has a scorpion pepper in it. Yeah. Let's just say I'm glad Devin grabbed extra napkins.
Well, we made it to New York. Not going all the way to Vermont tonight. We have decided we're far into New York. But I fell asleep for a while on the drive and left poor Phil, and then I needed to get some work done, and so ended up just not filming anything, but we just stopped to get gas, and I got off the car, and it was a rude awakening for sure. But the foliage in Ohio was so beautiful. It's amazing because like even 2 hours north of us, I mean, the colors were just like exploding. It was absolutely gorgeous. Super excited to get to finally see the foliage in the Northeast for the first time. It's just been a bucket list item for me for a long time, and just feels like exciting for it to finally be here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We made it to this state park in New York, which is actually really beautiful. The colors are already changing up here, which is exactly what we came for, so it's definitely a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, and we get to drive through the Adirondacks in the daytime, which is super exciting.
All right, so we're gonna go shower because we pulled into our campground super late, which is also another win for the RAV4 to be able to just park and go straight to sleep again. So I'm gonna go shower and then hit the road.
The commitment to the coffee. We always bring our city roastery coffee. This is a short trip, which is why it's only this much. Usually we'll bring like a whole bag. But city roastery coffee is our favorite coffee out of Lexington, and our favorite coffee shop, Leestown Coffee House, serves city roastery. No, we're not sponsored. We just really, really like it, though. Hey, Michael, if you're watching this, feel free to send us a free bag of coffee. Shameless plug. Nothing like a good cup of lap coffee. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm officially obsessed with the Adirondacks. I mean, can you even imagine this place? It's so beautiful.
So as we're driving through the Adirondack Mountains, there are like no grocery stores, hardly any restaurants or anything. And so it's like divine intervention. We come up across a hill and it says cider donuts. So of course we're gonna stop for those. It's like the first food that we've seen in like 2 hours. Gunnison Orchards. This is a gift from heaven, I think. So
I'm so excited about this. We haven't eaten anything today because we haven't passed like a single store or anything. And all of a sudden there was just this orchard. So we're super excited to have these apple cider donuts. It's like super cinnamony on the outside, which I love. Yeah, you're gonna hate it, Phil. I'll take yours. We made it to Vermont. We're super excited. We've been driving like lots of back roads to look at all the foliage. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know that I would say so far that it's more beautiful than the Adirondacks. They were so gorgeous because the roads that we were on were going through so many like lakes and creeks and stuff, but it's still absolutely stunning here too. And so we are going up to Smugglers Notch. We came to Stowe in the spring and really loved it. And we loved Burlington, so we wanted to stop by this area and just kind of explore some nearby towns as well. So we'll take you along with us. So traffic in Stowe is a little crazy right now, and we're here on a Monday, so I can only imagine what it's like on the weekends during this time. But there's so many like trails and hikes and stuff you can do here, which I think is part of the draw for people during this season. So right now we're on the Wreck Trail and we spotted a really cute bridge, and so we're excited to check it out.
sometimes whenever there is a beautiful park right off the road, you just have to stop for it.
It's true. I feel like those have been some of the best parks that we've stopped at. Have been just the ones that we found kind of randomly, because honestly there are ones that like a ton of other people aren't at, which is kind of nice too. Yeah, honestly. And on this kind of like dreary rainy day, it's knocking some of the fall leaves down, so it's really just colors everywhere, which is kind of cool. Anywhere you look, especially if you have to look down so you don't trip. Yeah, exactly. I can't believe that it is snowing right now. When we left yesterday, it was like 70 degrees. And then look at this. This is crazy. So my parents had come up to Vermont a little while back, and they said that you really need to go to Smugglers Notch, and they were not joking. This drive has been really, really cool. A ton of rocks. I thought we were coming up here to like go to a thing, and I think that maybe there's like a resort somewhere, like up the ski lift. I don't know. We saw some ski lifts somewhere, but the road itself is also really cool. Yeah, it's got these huge boulders, and it's just a really neat drive, especially when it's snowing. But I think there's like some more like scenic vistas that are harder to see with the snow and the fog, but the fall colors like on the drive up are absolutely beautiful, and it's just a really cool like spooky little drive. Yeah. Last night was absolutely freezing, so we got in the car and had a little like tea party, which was super cute and fun. And honestly, we just hung out because it was so cold. So this morning we are about to leave for this like scenic highway in New Hampshire, but we wanted to stop in downtown Burlington because there was this restaurant that we ate at when we were here in the spring, and honestly is like one of my favorite restaurants we've eaten at in our travels because the menu is literally like built for me. It's like comfort foods for the US but with like a Mediterranean flair. Oh, like halloumi biscuits with a sweet and like spicy honey butter. Oh my gosh, or maple butter, I guess. It's so good. It's called the Grey Jay. And then we're gonna go and get coffee after that and then be on the road to see some more foliage. It was so good. And we got taking the chocolate chip cookie for the road. Got our coffees from Onyx Tonics, which we love. I did a ton of work on our website there when we were here in May, which was so funny, like back-to-back days. So it was kind of fun to be back there. And it's super cool because I've actually never seen this at a coffee shop before, but they let you pick your espresso that you have in your cappuccinos and stuff. And so I think that's kind of fun. They've got like a wall of all of the tasting notes and you can pick which espresso you want. So that's fun. Anyway, we are on our way to New Hampshire, but we're gonna make a special stop at another one of our favorite places, which is just kind of honestly the theme of today. Go ahead, ask the camera your hypothetical that you just asked me.
This is an important question, okay?
A public service announcement.
Do you know the answer? Or want to take your best guess, put it in the comments. If a goose was the size of a moose, would it blow a person over by flapping its wings?
Normal. That's so normal to think about. Normal thing to think about. Why does this man always ask me terrifying goose hypothetical questions?
I think it could.
Probably could. Definitely if it were the size of a T-Rex.
Which probably was at one point.
I see the exit. Ah! So excited. Maybe the actual reason we decided to come back to Vermont. Like, this is the view right off of the exit. I mean, are you joking? Unbelievable. We're here. That's right, friends. The cheese store. This one's a habanero. I'm waiting for it to be spicy. Spicy. Good though. My face turning red. I'm a fire-breathing dragon now. My eyes are watering. One was good. Got our teas and our maple syrup. Okay, way busier than it was in the spring. Apparently everybody's here for fall colors.
Yeah, apparently they do like tours and things, which shouldn't be surprising at all. But we met a couple of women from Michigan who are here on a bus tour through the state of Vermont.
Yeah, you can probably see, well, the tour bus back there in the back. So it was packed in there, but you still got to try 6 different types of cheese and some maple syrup. So still one of the best places ever. How is this real? Like, really? Oh my gosh. is live footage of my face like every time we crest a hill because it's so magnificent, honestly. I'm just completely giddy right now. When we pulled over at a one-lane bridge yesterday, I was like dancing around. Phil said that that was his favorite part of the day because I was just like so in my happy place by finally getting to see the fall colors here, and it has not disappointed. It has been, oh my gosh, just like, I don't have words. Guess what we just stumbled upon? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Had to get out and take a little video. Phil is back there in the car. Covered bridge. We did a full covered bridge tour a couple of years ago during COVID when everything was shut down and our New Year's Eve trip got canceled. So we decided to go and check out all of the covered bridges in Kentucky, and we absolutely loved them. Look how cute this is. It's so cool. So it's just kind of a fun little thing we really love, and perfect in the fall. So after spending the past couple of days in New York and Vermont, we have now made it into New Hampshire, and we are going back through the White Mountains. And we were there in May also, and it was beautiful, but the foliage, I know I keep saying this, but it's already been just absolutely incredible. Like everywhere you look, it's just stunning. So we're going to Franconia Notch State Park, and then we're going to head on to the Kancamangus, I'm not sure, highway, which is supposed to be a really scenic drive. Honestly, it's hard to imagine that it would beat the scenic drives that we've already done because all of these little back roads have been incredible. But we will see what that road has in store. As usual, we can't make it very far without stopping because we've seen something on the road that looks incredible. There's this little dam over here. It's so cute. We were hoping to walk across this bridge, even though it looks a little bit sketchy, but there actually is a no trespassing gate. So not today.
Yeah, but there's a ton of these little pull-offs that are like, they're easy to miss because you're just driving right by them. But if you are able to stop, it's totally worth it.
Yeah, here's what I will say about coming to the Northeast so far. There are tons of places that are like the big touristy areas. Like we encountered a lot of traffic in Stowe yesterday, but honestly, driving the back roads has been like some of the best parts.
Oh, yeah.
And there's so many little pull-offs and lakes and creeks, and I don't know. If you just pick a place like a park, the Adirondacks, the White Mountains, the Green Mountains in Vermont, any of it, and just drive around, you're gonna have the most breathtaking like fall scenic views without having to hit up the like super touristy areas. You know, it's good when even the views in the parking lot are like this. This man just said, you
have little legs.
You're doing great with your little legs. Rude.
You do have little legs. I told Devin that she has little legs, and there was a tight spot to put our foot. And she said, "Don't worry, my little legs will fit there just fine."
So we've been in some road work on the Kancamagus Highway, so I thought I would just take a moment and talk about Franconia Notch State Park. The state park is absolutely beautiful. The drives are like amazing. There's gorgeous foliage everywhere, and you can see like these huge, stark, like gigantic mountains. We could actually like see it snowing at the top actively, which was awesome. Artist's Bluff trailhead has lots of options. It's like a 1 mile loop, but I think there's a little bit extra that you can do that makes it 1.5 miles. But we chose, because of just the weather and timing and stuff, since it's a short trip, just to do the half mile in, what is it, in and out?
Out and back.
Out and back. Half mile out and back trail. So we basically climbed up a half mile. It was pretty steep and very, very muddy, like extremely muddy. There were people hiking in like skirts and boots and sandals, and honestly having a really hard time. It was a lot easier for us because we had hiking boots, but it is steep. The view is amazing. It is so worth it. Even though there are lots of other people at the top too, it is still worth it. Like, the view is just breathtaking, and you can get to the top and sit on the rocks or just hang out for a little while. So honestly, a pretty quick trail with a little bit of effort, like enough effort to make you feel like you enjoyed the whole journey and that you worked for the view, which is something I kind of like. Yeah, so definitely a tip. For sure, I would come back there 100 times over. So we're on the Kancamagus Highway, and we're at the Sugar Hill Scenic Vista. Unfortunately, a lot of the trees on the Lincoln side of the highway have already lost their leaves, but once we got kind of up to the top, on this side of the highway, I'm trying to think of what side that is, but on this side of the highway there's still a ton of foliage, and it's absolutely beautiful. So it's been really cool to drive up here and drive through it. Okay, so we drove the whole Kancamagus Highway, and it was beautiful. I think some of our other scenic drives have been like some of our favorites, especially through Vermont and through New Hampshire up by Franconia Notch State Park, and definitely through the Adirondacks. Just absolutely beautiful. It's been such an amazing day. We're excited for one more day of leaf peeping tomorrow. Just between now and then, we have to figure out where we're gonna camp because we have not planned ahead, and it is 5:39, and this is the reality of SUV camping sometimes, or camping in general sometimes, when you're like us and you're last minute planners. It is currently snowing again on our route, but the good news is we booked a campsite. And it is actually the same campsite we stayed at last night. Just because it felt like it was going to be kind of the easiest thing and make it easy for us to go back through the Adirondacks in the morning. Early morning wake up call to start making our way back to Kentucky. We're a little sleepy, but the sun is rising, which is nice. We're at Eagle Lake in the Adirondacks, and we just pulled off at like a little fishing access, and it's so peaceful out here. Most of the trees are just like the evergreens on this side, but there's some foliage on either side. It's a chilly morning. There's like one kayaker way out here, just like peacefully floating. It's so serene. It's just perfect last morning of the trip.
Some of the places that we come whenever we travel have these like little shops with an honor system, and they're the best little spots to pick up like a sweet little treat while you're traveling. So at this one we got maple glazed walnuts, which look awesome. So we just grab these, slip our money in the slot, sign our names and say thanks, and yeah, we're gonna get to enjoy these on the road.
We weren't sure if this was open.
Turns out it is. So we're gonna climb to the top.
Now I went ahead of Phil, and I almost ate it on that. We're in the town of Speculator, climbing this water tower, or fire tower, to get some views of the lake. We made it.
Yep. It's a little homemade.
Yeah, the tower is actually really sturdy, but it's kind of funny because these like chicken wires are zip tied on along the way, which we're like, oh gosh, is this okay? But yeah, up here it's perfectly fine. And it's like panoramic lake views. Oh, and this is a mini Route 66, just so you know. You don't have to go all the way out west. But look at all these lake views. And then if I come this way, even more lake views back here.
Yeah, we couldn't see this other lake until we climbed this tower, so.
We have had the best time on this trip.
Yeah, honestly, all of the colors, everything we've gotten to see, it has all just been amazing.
Oh, it's been so good. If you get the chance to come to the Northeast during the fall, don't wait. Definitely take that opportunity.
Yeah, it's only for a few weeks and it changes, you know, each week where you should go. So think ahead, plan ahead, but honestly, just driving around and exploring is the best way to go.
Yeah. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you join along on future adventures around the US and beyond.
Yep, and we will see you next time.
Bye. Who needs a point of view camera when you can use your double chin and hold it while you scoop coffee?
Are we just gonna sit here and look at this building?
I thought we were going to take him on the road with us.
Oh, okay.
I'm filming us.
I didn't realize that.
Immediately after I hit and record film.
People don't need to know everything, Devin.
When you accidentally cut Phil off when he's trying to speak. Is it hitting the spot, Phil?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a second. Phil is singing this beforehand. I feel like half of our road trips are spent shaking up bag salads.
Oh, gosh.
Phil just tripped.
I fell in a hole while trying to film Devin this morning. Devin in her happy place.
We are in some road work on the Kancamagus Highway right now.